Welcome back to the NCW Life magazine. The NCW Life channel recently went shopping with cops. It's a tradition here in Wenatchee that gets law enforcement into the community with local school children. Fourth grade students from around the valley get to celebrate Christmas with some of the people who make our streets safer each and every day. It's a two-day event here in the valley, and the meaning goes a lot further than just shopping. I went to the event this year and saw the holiday spirit firsthand. It's an image not frequently seen. Fourth grade students out shopping with cops. But in this valley, it's a tradition now in its third year for Wenatchee and Eastmont school children.
The idea wasn't mine. It came from, originally I saw something in the paper, and it was happening over on the coast. And I always thought it'd be nice if we could do something here. And I had the opportunity to put the funding together for it. And so I asked the police department, I asked the school, and of course they were excited about it.
The North Central Washington Foundation for Youth President Wayne Loranger started it 3 years ago and organizes the spirited event every year. Schools select their students, 40 from Wenatchee and 40 from Eastmont, to shop till they drop with local law enforcement officers. 80 kids shopping adds up to more than $8,000 every year. That's a bill picked up by local organizations impacting the community.
The funding comes from two sources. The first one is the North Central Washington Foundation for Youth. It's a local foundation, and their purpose is to give money away to anything that has to do with kids. So they have funding that they give away every year. We look for projects to be involved with and to help things do. In fact, that foundation just recently funded a ski program up in Leavenworth. We gave money to there was a recent show down, the ELF show that they put on. We just gave them some funding. So it does that. And then the Premier One office is the other one that does the funding for this project.
Students aren't selected just for a day of fun at Hooked on Toys. Sometimes the selection is strategic.
The purpose of it really was to give the police some good publicity and to also to take some kids that might be at risk a little bit, that probably need to spend some time with a policeman, and give them a chance to see that the policemen really are good people, willing to help, willing to do a lot of things instead of just wanting to arrest people and put them in jail.
Wenatchee Police Sergeant Mark Hewson organized this year's corps of volunteers, and the response? Over the top.
Oh, it was overwhelming. I mean, a lot of these guys are coming back for, it's a two-day event, total of about 80 kids. A lot of these guys are coming back twice to participate. And as you see, we have more volunteers than we need for the actual kids.
For some officers, it's not just the opportunity to be active in the community, but a way to experience the hearts of children.
I think it's such a change in what we normally experience that I think most of it's just such a positive thing to come and be able to interact with kids, help them select correct presents out for not only themselves, but their family members, their brothers and sisters and cousins. We have one kid who's strictly purchasing presents for the homeless. He's not getting any for himself. Even though that's what the whole program is kind of about, is for the kids to come and experience that and get gifts for himself. He's not getting any for himself. We had another one who had 7 siblings. She bought one for everybody in her family. Plus she bought one for her neighbor. She didn't buy anything for herself. So I mean, you see this, that's pretty rewarding when you see kids that have an opportunity to buy everything for themselves, $100 worth, and they actually spend it all on other people.
And while they were excited to be with kids and in the community, the event is also an opportunity to build morale.
If you remember years ago with Ferguson and all the bad publicity that the police got, I thought it'd be kind of nice to give them something that was good publicity because they do so many good things.
Even though national attention for cops hasn't been completely positive, locally, officers are supported.
We are actually very fortunate here in the Valley. We actually have tons of support from the citizens already. You know, bad publicity comes and goes. Like this year's been a pretty rough year on law enforcement. What you see is just citizens see it. You know, they appreciate what we're doing. You know, we enjoy the interaction we have with the children. So it only lifts really morale and public support. But like I said, the public in Wenatchee have been outstanding all the way through my career.
And the overall outcome Loranger sees is a win-win for students and cops.
I think the policemen get as much as the kids. they get a chance to interact with some little kids, make an impression in their life, which they enjoy. And I think that the kids actually get a chance to see that the policemen are somebody that can help them do something.
The event is held every year right around Christmas time. It's the perfect way for officers to get into the holiday mood.
I think everything is about Christmas spirit. I think the whole event couldn't be held really on any other day except for Christmas, because it's such a rewarding time of year and it's such a gift that we can give to the kids, and then they also provide us with the pleasure and enjoyment of shopping with them. So it's all Christmas spirit.
Christmas spirit, what it's all about. And what a fun time we had at Hooked on Toys for a few hours, seeing all the youngsters. You're watching the NCW Life channel, and stay tuned, because when we come back, the making of a musical. Yes, it's a tradition here in the Wenatchee School District for shining and bright musicals, but what about all the work behind the scenes? We're on the set of this year's holiday musical, White Christmas, and found out. We'll be right back.